Hello, everyone, and welcome to the aftermath of episode 9. This is a big episode. This is the 10th episode I'm doing on this series. So, you might be able to notice off in the distance I've made a few changes. I've been doing a bit off screen. So, first things first, I put a roundabout here. It used to be like right here, but I just made the intersection itself a roundabout. I also placed the paths there. I also put a roundabout here just because, I think it could use a roundabout. I also moved the schools here to this new road. And yeah, there's a few more paths, like one here. There's also one here. That's honestly, oh yeah, one here. And I think that's pretty much all I did regarding paths and roads. Now, about traffic. So, traffic flow has dramatically decreased ever since the end of episode 9, which, I guess that means I kind of failed, but we're going to try and fix that in this episode. As you can see, these cars are trying to go to this left lane. I actually searched up why they're doing that, why they're going to the furthest left lane, and that's because they want to turn left. So these cars, they're on these lanes and they don't want to go straight or turn right, so they go to this left lane so they can turn left. And that causes this to happen. So you want them to either merge before, over here, merge before. We can also dedicate 2 of these lanes to only turning left. We can also put more nodes, I think, cause I just noticed. I'm just going to go into the Move It mod real quick. Those cars are merging at this node. So we could try and insert more nodes if I can find maybe node controller renewal. This mod, we can insert a node. So I think that is good for that. There's now another node over here. So maybe they can merge over here. I think we can also insert another node here. Alright, so I found a way to get 2 different nodes. So I'm pretty sure we're just going to have to use the traffic manager mod with all of these intersections. So let's just do that. Finally, I've finished doing the lane connector tool for all of these intersections. That was very long. I really hope I never have to do that again, because That was just the most boring thing ever. Just, like going to this, clicking this dot, putting it here, clicking this dot, putting it to all three of these. That was so annoying. I really hope they fix traffic or make traffic better in City Skylines 2. I have watched the feature highlights video and they did one on traffic. I don't remember if they said that they were going to be better. I don't know if they did that. But I think we should change this intersection into a roundabout as well, because if you look at the traffic here, pretty bad. And then after that, I'll fix some of these problems that are going on. Like, these people are sick, which I'm not really sure why they're sick. Maybe there's not a medical clinic or a hospital. I don't even know if we've placed a hospital at this point. I think because it was really expensive, we haven't bought a hospital yet. So we should probably buy a hospital. But first things first, let's turn this into a roundabout. Okay, let's place a roundabout there. So that's a big roundabout. Now that should make this intersection a lot better, and hopefully it is in fact better. So that should be good enough. There's a roundabout there now. That's probably the only roundabout we really need in any of these places. Maybe one over here, but this isn't that big of an intersection. There's not as much over here as opposed to like over here and here. This, though, this is going to go to the train station so we can get a hospital somewhere. I don't know where we should put it. I think here is a good spot, and then we can move that medical clinic over here so that covers a bit more of Creekland. So, hospital right about here. And then this medical clinic can be moved all the way over here. Maybe where these sick people are. Let's actually destroy this building because they're sick. So we'll get rid of them because they're sick. So I think that's good enough for our medical center right there. I think the last thing we should do is put a new industrial zone somewhere over here. We'll make a new exit, maybe here, and then there'll be, this entire thing will just be industrial. I don't know if that's the greatest idea because that means people that are living here will have to travel all the way across here onto the highway just to get to the industrial zone. So maybe we'll put some residential there as well. So first, I think, let's take a loan from over here. Probably this one, I think. And now we can destroy some of this. And now we can put in our three-way intersection. So if we just rotate it a bit and place it down right there. So now we can create an entirely industrial zone thing. It's very industrial. So what I decided to do is just a basic grid system with a roundabout randomly over here. There's residential all around here, some commercial, and all of this is industry. I made this commercial zone pretty small because we want all of the goods produced in this industrial zone to be going over here and over here, because here is where the problem is, not over in this new area. So hopefully those goods get distributed, but I think we'll play and just wait for things to pop up. I really don't think anything's going to be popping up here anytime soon because there's little to no demand for anything. Commercial seems to be on the rise a bit, but there's already zones over here that haven't been taken up. So I'm going to name this district Wannabe Manhattan because there's a grid system, and obviously Manhattan is just a grid, so that's kind of funny. Speaking of Manhattan, I don't know when we're going to ever start this. I don't think we're ever going to start this, honestly. My laptop will not be able to run this game much longer. Well, obviously it can run the game, but recording it might be a little choppy. And there's a facility empty. Oh yes, the cemetery is finally emptied. And now we can delete this road. But first, let's just move the thing just right here. And then we can delete the road. So now there's no road. It's just a stretch of road from this roundabout all the way to here. And then you get into a bunch of traffic. I also just noticed that the bus lines are, well, they are disconnected now because of all the roundabouts we placed. So I think we should actually just redo this entire bus line. I probably did the bus lines all the way back before I started Creekland, and there's been so much more growth since then, and I think we just have to do it again. So a stop here is probably good. So I've made a few bus routes. One goes just on the main roads. Actually, two of them do. Another goes in the off the main roads, and another one goes between Kings and Creekland. It has 3 or so stops in each borough. And then there's another bus route that is in Creekland. And I think we should probably put another bus depot, preferably one in Creekland. So let's put it right here on this off-road. That is good enough. I think we also have to stop emptying that. So now let's just play. I should actually use the traffic manager mod, because I don't think I used the priority thing over here. Is there a stop? There's a stop sign here? Why? We don't need that. I don't even know why we have that. Why do we have that? Wait, this is not a... This is not the 6-lane road with bus lanes. Hold on a second. Let's change that because obviously we don't want that. So no more of that. Now let's use the traffic manager mod to set priority for these things. So actually these people have the right of way. These people have to yield. These people yield, yield, and yield. So hopefully that makes this roundabout better. And if it doesn't, well, that's a shame. Wow, look at the sheer amount of people that are walking. That is a lot of people. There's so many people walking here. There's people walking over here. There's so many people walking. That is crazy. Hopefully those walking paths that I put are helping. So that is probably going to wrap up this episode. Once again, I tried to fix ongoing issues in both Creekland and Kings, and some worked, some didn't. This is literally episode 8. Like, this is episode 8 again. I tried to fix traffic issues, tried to fix garbage issues, tried to fix people not having enough goods issues, and yeah, that is probably going to wrap up this episode. If you did enjoy though, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all those things. Please leave a comment if you have any advice on how I should make my city better, or if you have a suggestion on what I should do in City Skylines next, or if you have any suggestions on what game I should play next. Unfortunately, this is the last Newer York episode for a very long time. As you can tell, my computer can't handle this anymore. But that's it for me. Peace.